How to take photos when you don't want to take photos. I've been procrastinating this for a long time. I know other photographers got to feel this, because I feel it. And that's kind of why I started this whole thing, is to take more photos and become a better photographer. There's points when it's hard to get out the door and use your camera and take photos. So I have a couple tips on how to want to take photos when you don't want to take photos. So the beginning of the year, I gave myself a little challenge of shooting a photo every single day with an anamorphic lens. It didn't matter which anamorphic lens. I have two. I have a 35 and a 50 mil. And the goal was to do it for the entire month of January and take a photo every single day. Just one photo. Made it really easy. And then I also gave myself some restrictions on the gear. And that month I had 31 photos. Now the following month, February, I still took some pretty good photos, and I was still carrying my camera with me every day. But I fell off towards the end of the month because the CrossFit Open hit, and then I was busy 3 weekends in a row doing photos and videos for them. And now it's already freaking April. So March totally got kind of blown out of the water, but we back, baby. We back. So tip number 1 is going to be give yourself a goal. Give yourself a clear goal, something that you can realistically do every day. Kind of like if you've ever read Atomic Habits, he talks about setting his clothes out before the night before he goes to the gym, that set up your brain to be ready, that your clothes are already out when you wake up, so there's no reason for you not to go to the gym. It's already ready. And the night before, you got them ready, telling yourself you're gonna go to the gym. So make it easy. Make this goal that you have something realistic that you can do, and then build off of that. Number 2 is gonna be bring the dang camera with you everywhere. There's so many times that I'm driving, or I'm working, or I'm hanging out with my kids at the playground, and I see a photo and I don't have my camera. Just bring it with you. That's part of the reason why I bought this other Sony camera, because it's easier to carry around. It's a little more low profile, and this is the A7C2. I finally think I figured out who this camera is for. Kind of working on, I never wanted to be a gear review guy, but I think I will review this, but in my own way. Like, I'm not going to talk about all the crazy specs and stuff, but just like, who's this camera for? I think I figured it out. It wasn't for me, because this thing is, you pull this thing out, dude, you mean business. You mean you're doing some real photo work right here. And this, it's just big. I still love this camera. Still a good camera. This is the A7R4, but it's way too many megapixels for just your everyday thing, for you just farting around with your camera or doing whatever you want to do. So this is my workhorse. But anyways, yeah, carry this stupid thing with you everywhere you go, because you never know when the moment's going to happen that there's going to be a photo there for you to take. It's like, literally, I think it was in March, I was driving to work and the sunset hit like while I was driving, and I took the photo at a stoplight through my rearview mirror, and I like the photo. I think it's a great photo. I think it's awesome. But it's a really good reason why to always have it with you. So number 3 is going to be, so you give yourself the goal, you bring your stinking camera with you everywhere, and then number 3, set your goal up in a way that you only use a certain piece of gear, because we're trying to remove some decision fatigue here. Because I know that every photographer has millions of lenses. We love to buy lenses. I know every freaking photographer has a telephoto lens that's sitting on their shelf that they only pull out every once in a while, because I know that I only pull out the Moon Bazooka when I'm taking photos of the moon or I'm shooting wildlife. So use a piece of gear that you don't normally use, and it will freshen up photography for you. I promise you. Like the whole month of just shooting with anamorphics, it brought photography back to life. It made me excited about photography again. So it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it. And it's not just like shooting with your 35 prime lens wide open all the time, or your 50 millimeter lens shooting with the same one every time. So it's nice to give yourself a little bit of a challenge, but be realistic with it. So otherwise you can just be aimless. So if you're not aiming for something, you're just literally throwing spaghetti noodles at the wall and you're hoping something sticks. And with the way that Instagram is and TikTok and all the information we're getting all the time, it's just information overload. And just do yourself a favor and keep it simple, and then make it realistic, and just go and shoot photos. Just go enjoy photos, and that's why you became a photographer, is to take photos. And I feel like we get paralyzed by what everyone else is doing, and there's so much stuff that people are doing, like awesome photos of astrophotography, or awesome photos of whatever they shoot, whatever they enjoy to shoot. There's just tons of information and photos popping up all the time. So just enjoy doing photography the way you like to do photography. Choose something that you're not really good at and experiment and learn how to do it. Like portrait photography. If you've never used a flash, go buy a really cheap flash camera, or even just do portraits with natural lighting. Do something that you haven't done before and learn about the thing that you love to do. So that's my spiel. That's all I got.